It's absolutely brilliant. Right, my name is Seamus. Can you all hear me? We don't need a microphone, no? No. No, great, okay. Now, no, not later, we'll be fine. Who turned on the searchlight? Right, I'm gonna step over here. Okay. It's my first time in Leitrim. Leitrim's fantastic, it's been absolutely brilliant, right? Now, on the way up, I'm just gonna stroll straight into this here, right? Google's a lying bastard, right? I'm just throwing it out there, guys, make up your own mind. I was coming up here for the weekend and I decided to Google fun things to do in Leitrim. 0 search results. And yet, here we are all here tonight. Now, it's stressful coming up here, it really is, right? You've seen the guys beforehand, it's a stressful thing, right? I've got a little bit more stress than most people. Allow me to explain. I recently started a job last month, I think that deserves a fucking woo! Yeah! Celtic Tigers back in my fucking house. We can afford to go to Aldi's and Lidl's now. Hey, it's brilliant. Not only that, but my job is actually stressful because I spend a great deal of my day working with the disabled. Oh shit, lads, sorry. I'm the staff, I want you about this. I'm only on stage 2 minutes and I'm already making fun of the handicap. You must think I'm a bastard. Look, I actually work in customer service, right? But to me it's the same thing, right? Now, those of you who laughed at that joke have worked in customer service. Those of you who didn't, I'm not saying anything, but let's join the fucking dots, okay? Now, if that wasn't stressful enough, new job, customer service, my brand of customer service, my expertise, I work in a fucking call centre. A call centre, I deal with idiots morning, noon and night, right? I know there's 1 or 2 of you wanting to step forward now giving me a medal for bravery with the stress I'm under, right? If that's not enough, guys, right? I also work with 12 fucking women. Me and 12 hormonal, raging women, right? Now, there's nothing wrong with women, but you know, 12 of them and me, fuck off, right? But here's the thing. For the minimum wage, lads, I've essentially turned myself into a walking tampon, right? That's what I've done. And it's a fucking horrible feeling, guys, right? On top of that, if that wasn't stressful enough, I'm only a fucking newlywed. Look at that, look! Someone put a ring on it. Woohoo! And she's over there, she put a ring on it. But now, I brought her for the weekend, and I know what you're thinking. That's nice and romantic. Bringing your wife for the gig to Leitrim, it's awesome, isn't it? It is, until you get up to the festival, and you open your list of jokes, and you realise 90% of them are how much of how big a bitch she is, when she isn't. So there's no stress here at all, no. And as if we just needed just a cherry to go on the stressful pie that is my fucking life right now, I also booked on booking.com and brought along my mother-in-law and my father-in-law because they've never been to Leitrim. So you can understand why I'm just a tad stressed. But can I just nip this in the bud, okay? Marriage is great. Sir, you with your lady, you married? You'll agree it's great, isn't it? Any man in the room thinking of proposing to a woman tonight, or if you're engaged, do it. It's great. It's it's the best feeling ever. I mean, if you're engaged and she's wanting the wedding and you're drawn back, do it, because you've been free long enough. You really have. You won't regret it, I swear to God. And that's the thing. I can do a joke like that because I'm lucky enough to be married to a woman who can take a fucking joke, right? However, when your mother-in-law and your father-in-law are here, and they're not really used to seeing you perform, it could be quite fitting that my last gig might be in a wood tonight. Because what better place to be buried than never be fucking found again? And I think that's what the father-in-law was hinting at. Because about half an hour before we left tonight, he knocked on the door and he was like, I got a map of the wood. I'm like, yeah. I might be going hunting later on. Good luck! Thanks very much. But you see, actually speaking about mistakes, sorry, what do you mean? Aisling, hi, how are you? Look, Aisling, little thing about comedians and things like this with such a small knit crowd, we have great supersonic fucking hearing, Aisling. And when I did the wedding thing, you mightn't have seen it, but I seen it and you turned to that lady and you pointed at me and you went, why are all the hot sexy ones either married or fucking gay? So, there's nobody else here right now, Aisling. This is just me and you. I don't care how you're dressed. I'm not that shallow, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not that shallow. Don't let that stop you, Aisling. Don't let the fact that my wife is here filming this for posterity, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, the fact that I'm wearing this ring as a sign of love and affection and the sacrament that is Catholic marriage. don't let that stop you think that me and you aren't going to get it on tonight. I told my wife when I was getting married, I ain't giving up fucking stalking for no woman. Right, so actually, tonight, I'll follow you home. Don't you worry about that, actually, that's a given. And if you see a bit of movement outside the window later on, it's not the trees, okay? Should have caught that when it was flying, actually, and it's not coming again. I don't know. Anyone in the room, anyone engaged, anyone in a relationship, anyone, you've been married. Did you do the pre-marriage course? You two, did you do the pre-marriage course? You got married, yeah? We did the pre-marriage course. It's basically 3 people in a room over 2 days, right? So basically, we had a man named Jimmy and a woman. They're not fucking here, so I'm using their real names. A man named Jimmy and a woman named Anne, who were married but not to each other. And the priest giving advice on marriage. So my thinking was, they obviously brought the priest in because it's one less on the playground. You know what I mean? And they have to sort of move them around. Again. And the priest is there for the first hour going, you must love God, you must respect God. God is great and everything God does is just and it's preparing you for marriage. And I'm just sitting there going, dead babies, cancer, AIDS, not answering any of my fucking questions at all. And then this is how backward these people are. They decided to role play an argument, right? So Jimmy, who's in his 60s, has been married for 35 years, has 3 wonderful kids, spends a lot of his time working with other children. Beautiful, right? But fucking that's what he does, right? If you have 3 kids, why the fuck do you want to be going near anyone else's, right? I don't care, right? And looks like she hasn't seen a Mickey since the Rose of Tralee in 1972, right? So, the 2 of them decide to role play this fucking argument, right? And like, we're together 9 years at this stage, so we've already had every argument, but we've never had this one. So this is apparently an argument between a married couple in 2017, right? Mary. Yes, John. Did you do the dishes, Mary? I didn't, John. I've been working all week. Well, Mary, it was my day off, and I think it was unfair that you went into town for a bit of shopping and did the dishes. Yeah, but John, you know, I mean, in fairness, I always do the dishes. You know, and I'm a little bit tired, John. Well, Mary, my mother raised 7 kids and she was never tired. You're only working part-time. Don't get me started on your... I mean, for fuck's sake, like... An argument nowadays between a couple in 2017 is, why did you like her picture on Facebook? Yeah. That's my sister. I don't care. Why did you like her fucking picture? But it gets me thinking. Now, women will know this, right? Women will know this. Women love moments. When you're falling in love with someone, and you let a lot of shit slide when you're falling in love, ladies, don't you? Like when you get together the first couple of weeks, it's like, eat your salad. 5 years later, it's like, shut the fuck up, you chew like Lassie. Right? You let an awful lot of shit slide, right? That's what happens. But is there a moment for men? Was there a moment where I went, I should maybe pull my fucking finger out and actually decide to marry this woman who's accepted me for my very limited humour skills and looks, right? And I have a moment, because women are great at moments. Women are like, look, Rebecca, it's the way he looked at me when he farted. I knew we were destined. And that time he ran over the cap and he got out and belted it with a hammer. He didn't want to find me guilty. He was crying, but the look, I fucking said, oh, you should have been there. Right? My moment is, I'm not as talented as the other guys here. All of my shit has actually happened to me. So, it's really embarrassing because my wife said, don't tell this story, don't tell that story, and don't tell the other story. So I'm going to tell this story, because fuck it, I might never be here again. I might end up dead tonight, so I ain't for a penny and for a pound, right? This is my moment. This is the moment I realised that my woman was going to accept me for the big lump of fucking shite I was, and she was going to attempt to polish me into a diamond. And in fairness, it's not fucking working out well for her, is it, right? This is my story. Noreen, I really apologise. This is the first time you've heard this story. Please don't look at your daughter any differently. Okay, now, my mum passed away a year. It's not that funny, lads. Fuck off, right? Jeez, that was cruel. Right, okay. My mum passed away a year and a bit ago. And when I think of her, I don't think of any other story except this one, because it sums up my life and the type of person I am and where my dark, twisted humour comes from. So, we live in Kerry. I'm from Kilkenny originally. It's about 3 hours. So one day it was pissing out of fucking heavens, and a knock comes to the door. And I opened the door, and this fucking wet rape recruit was standing at the door, and it turned out it was my mother. Absolutely grounded, 52 with her fucking bags in her hand. Are you letting me in? I'm like, well, you're fucking here after. So I was like, come on, come in. So at 52, my mother had left my stepfather. At 50 fucking 2. She walked in, like, she had only been in the house maybe twice before, and she just threw her suitcases across the sitting room floor. I left Martin, fuck him! I left him with an egg in the kitchen, see him cook that! I'm like, oh. And now women will get this. If you've ever been in a relationship with a fella and you've had an argument, and you've left for a week, a month, an hour, a day, or whatever, you do this thing, women, which is absolutely brilliant. You go to the nearest source point. The one person or group of people who want to let you bitch about your man. Now, if ladies, or men I should say, if the lady has ever said this hasn't happened to you yet, it fucking has, because trust me, it's happened to me, right? Everything is spoken. Look at that here. Everything. Look at me eat fucking noodles. I'm surprised she doesn't have some talk about it. No, you're grand, thanks. I'm still full from sucking his dick. Right, okay. So, my mother, women, you go to this point where everything is spoken about the fella. Everything is spoken about the way you eat, sit, talk, fart, shit, shite, scutter, burp. Everything is spoken about. And my mother was in the middle of one of these rants, and she could sense I was losing interest, so she decided to throw in just for the fuck of it. He was useless in the sack as well. I'm like, bye. I hold the record. That's 2 kids in 2 nights, man. I hold the fucking record. Right? She was like, he's useless in the sack as well. I'm like, oh, I don't really know. This is my fucking mother. Yeah, half the time I was lying there fucking finishing myself off. I'm like, oh, Jesus, right. And I was like, I can't, no, please, it's a horrible dream, it's a horrible dream, it's a horrible dream. He was on the Viagra as well. I'm getting up, I'm going, I'm gone. And I was walking off, because I thought it was Billy fucking Connolly. I said, I'll say something humorous to, you know, break the ice. I was walking away, and she didn't see me. I was like, I wouldn't mind trying some of them. Mother got back with my stepfather, as she did, came down a month later, and she did that Irish thing, where you go and you stay at a relative's house, and either at the start of the holiday or the beginning of the holiday, you call the relative into the room and you hand them an envelope. Now, being Irish, we don't want the envelope, but we really fucking do. So you have to act like, oh no, it's grand, no, it's grand. And then when you take the envelope out and open it and see like it's full of 20 quid, and they've been eating steak at their house for the last 3 fucking months, you then have to act that you're not offended. So it's like, yeah, right? So my mum did this with me. My mum went, I have something for you. We haven't had a great relationship. I'm glad she's down. She's like, no. It's not money. I'm like, it's Viagra. I'm like, what the fuck? She was like, yeah, it's Viagra. Do you not remember you said you wanted some? And being a man, I'm like, I'll take him. Hang on a minute. So she had got my stepfather to go to the doctor. And basically, my stepfather must have went, oh, it's not working down there again, doc. Fucking throw me 4 the blue ones. And he got fucking 4 out. And I took them. And because my mum was staying in my house, I couldn't have a conversation with my wife, a conversation, right? So I decided to text her. And I went, my mum's after bringing me down Viagra, smiley face, winky face, horny devil face. To which my wife replied back, WTF, question mark, exclamation mark, question mark. Do not fucking take them while your mother's in the house, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Because I'm a man and I haven't had sex in like an hour, I read that as WTF, exclamation mark. Question mark, exclamation mark, question mark. Try them tonight, why don't you? Let's see how we get on. Right? Fast forward about an hour later, and being a man again, because we're fucking idiots, I didn't read the instructions. I popped 3 of these blue bad boys, see what all the fucking fuss was about. Whack! Can of Kilkenny beer in the hand, I was happy. About to regret my mistake very quickly. So I sat down, I sat here, my future wife was here, my mum was here, and my stepdad was here, completely engrossed in a bootleg pirated copy of Skyfall, right? So it was Skyfall and the nightfall, and all of a sudden shit started happening that I wasn't in fucking control of, right? So next thing, boom! Oh, sorry, let's get in focus. Ashton's full air, right? Let's get in focus, right? Ding, right? So I was in a bit of a predicament. I couldn't get up and turn right because I would have knocked my fucking mother out. So I had to stand up like I was having some sort of fucking epileptic stroke and scroll closely. So I stood up like this. I'm going to bed. My mother was like, it's 5:30. Shut the fuck up, you're tired, I'm going to bed. And now the missus had copped on to what was fucking happening because she was like, so we went into bed, locked the door, threw furniture up against it just in case people were fucking listening. And I stood there. Now underneath all of this finery, there's a really fat fucking man. So I took off the top. Christian Grey style, standing there, and the missus was sitting at the bed like I was fucking Magic Mike. Do you know, I don't know what tune was playing in her head, but it couldn't have been a fucking good one. So I whipped off the pants, then I rolled down the tracksuit, then I rolled down the white fronts, then I rolled down the G-string. And I was standing there actually. The wife was. And this was my moment. This is the moment I realised I was going to marry this woman. And she looked at me, and without a shadow of a trace of fucking guilt or remorse in her face, went, "Isn't that meant to get bigger when you take that?" Am I done? Okay. Everyone has I'm going to finish on this. I'm working on it at the moment, so you're going to be my tester audience, right? Every comedian nowadays has a Donald Trump joke. It's like a prerequisite. You have to have a fucking Donald Trump joke, right? But as we've learned, I'm not the brightest of men in the world, right? I'm what my wife affectionately calls a political retard, right? Which means I know nothing about politics. Now, if you want to talk about your FIFAs, your Foo Fighters, your Beatles, your music, your films, I'm fucking in. I'll sit there to the cows come home and talk to you. You talk to me about Leo fucking Sandwich or whatever his fucking name is, and I'm gone out the fucking door. I couldn't care who he's fucking and what colour he is. I have no interest in the man. It doesn't bother me, right? I have nothing. But us political retards, and I know there's a few of you. I know there's a few of you here. We had a saving grace. That's why I'm so upset that Irish water just died in its arse. Because no matter what the scenario was, us political retards finally had a fucking voice. And I hate each and every single one of you for fighting Irish water and getting it fucking cancelled. Because people like me can now no longer talk about it. Let me set the scene, right? You know those political people who are really, really good at talking politics, they can talk to you inside and out and you don't know what the fuck's going on. And if you're the one of those people going, I don't know those people, you're the one. You're the political retard, because you're standing there going. Not happening, right? So, people come up to you and you're talking politics and the conversation, you die on the inside when it starts. I know I do anyway. And you're starting to die on the inside. People are like, you won't believe what Leo Sandwich is starting to do now. It's horrible. Him and your man there, the laddie's not riding him and him. You won't believe what they're bringing into law now, right? Apparently it's going to be illegal for 3-year-olds to use a tricycle on the M7 between 7 and 7. Isn't that horrible? It's the parents I feel sorry for. And then they start and it goes into tax cuts and everything else. But us political retards were saved. We had something to fucking say. And all we had to say when it came to your point, because you could no longer nod your head anymore, you knew you had something to say. All you had to turn around and say was, at that moment, like, and what do you think of this, Seamus? We have tax cuts, we have the dole, we have medical crisis, the housing crisis, we have the 3-year-olds on strikes and the effects that'll have on their parents. What do you think? I'm not paying my fucking water bill anyway, I'm telling you, I'm fucking not paying it. And that was it, I was done. Sort of like I am now. Lads, have you had a good time?
Yeah.
Alright, all back to mine for an orgy.
Yeah.
I'd love to, but I can't. Mustafa has limits. Lads, thank you very much for being an absolutely lovely audience.